up, everyone? It's your girl Dantee here at the notorious grand opening right here on Atlantic Avenue with YV Magazine with Miss Teyana Wallace. How are you doing today? So today is International Women's Day, and it's crazy. And being a woman means we're resilient, we're strong, we are empowering. What does it feel like to be? What does being a woman mean to you?
Well, being in this business, I'm constantly, surprisingly, in the fashion business, there's a lot of men, a lot of male designers. So it's actually interesting to be surrounded by a bunch. You wouldn't think that. You wouldn't think a bunch of men in the fashion industry, but there is a bunch of men, and they're always just trying to run everything. And I like being a female, having my own store, my own business. I don't have any partners. My company is 100% mine. I always tell younger females, like, go out and do it on your own. Like, just do it on your own. It's so easy. You may have to take a longer time, but it's way better. Just be independent and do it on your own.
And it's funny, I was gonna ask you, my next question is, how does it feel to be a black entrepreneur in the industry, in the female?
Ever, because I just feel like it's just not that many people doing it by themselves because they're scared or they just don't want to take the time, but it pays off in the end, personally. I feel it really does.
And a lot of people don't know that you grew up in Pennsylvania and you moved to Brooklyn. Did Pennsylvania shape your fashion?
No. Definitely didn't. I probably was the only person that dressed differently than anybody else. Like, I was the one that was making my own sunglasses and like popping out the lenses and stuff. Like, I was always into fashion, period. And I never shopped in Pennsylvania. I always went, like, when it was time to do school shopping, I'm like, yeah, Mom, when we going to 125th Street, like, I'm not shopping in PA. So I always would come to New York and shop. Always was dressing different. I've been maybe making clothes, designing clothes since I was like 15. So I was always doing my own thing.
And I would think that most people would assume that you would go into music because of your dad. Where did the spark of fashion come from?
I've always loved clothes, just shopping and picking out clothes. I always said if I wasn't a designer, I would be a stylist because I like dressing people. I like styling men. Like, I like picking out clothes for guys. Like, all my boyfriends, I love shopping for them and stuff like that. So I've always just loved clothes. I don't have any musical talent. I don't know how that gene skipped over me, but it is what it is.
It happens, actually.
It is what it is. I'll deal with it. I got the fashion gene.
Yeah, you do, because I was going to say your dad was a fashionista himself. Yeah. And I think I can see their streetwear within, like, your clothing. So do you see yourself expanding outside of Notorious or growing Notorious?
Besides my streetwear line, I want to do a pajama line, a lingerie line. Then I want to expand to do an editorial, like, suit line type of stuff. So definitely not sticking to streetwear at all.
So in the next few years, where do you see Notorious or even you as a fashion designer?
Next few years, baby line, kids line, lingerie line. I'm just gonna keep dropping more and more stuff.
And I believe it because I actually watched an interview of yours maybe a year ago, and you said, I'm gonna open a new store, and here it
is. Yep. I'm very particular about what I say. I'm gonna do it. Even if I don't do it ASAP, it usually happens if I say it.
Definitely. And lastly, I want to say, what does today feel like? The Brooklyn energy. What does today feel like for you opening this new store?
It feels great. I get so much support from Brooklyn, which is amazing because, like you said, I grew up in Pennsylvania. I didn't grow up here. So people are not like, oh, I saw you grow up, so I'm going to come support you. They're literally doing that because they love my dad and they love the person that I am from my dad. And I just appreciate that so much.
I appreciate it too. I love this. You guys have to see, everyone, if you're a big fan, of course you are, we're in Brooklyn, you got to come check out Notorious.
Right by the bar, everybody comes to support.
Thank you so much.